In this tournament, support that nobody really wants to play. What do you think Navi saw here that made them want to try it this time?
I think it might have mostly to do with the TB. Like, first of all, getting some burst to like help out your Tiny in like his combo, but also I guess to just deal like with the map a bit. But other than that, I'm honestly not too sure. I feel like there may have been some other picks, but something else I do respect is that you go for comfort, whereas Mr. Ari has to be a little careful.
Oh. He's going to be fine.
He barely stepped back in time. Nicely done.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, his boys are still smoked, so they're going to go for a late counter smoke.
Fear me.
So if they can get anything done with that. Same time, Liquid going to have a pretty good read of where Navi are on the map, so unlikely to be walking into them here. Right, let's see how explosive these offlane duos can be.
The battle begins.
Setting up still around here, though. Let's get the blast in onto Saberlight. The one stun alone will not be enough to threaten the kill. We'll at least get him pretty low here as he heads to the lane.
I mean, something else I see is that usually we see Cardos only being played with recall. I know that the facet was nerfed, but so they're instead just going to play it on the Solar Bind to give, well, the Tiny even more just combo potential with the amp damage. So we'll have to see how that goes, because it's not something you see too often nowadays.
Now, what are we going to expect from this mid matchup? Pango and Tiny between Copy and Nisha.
I would say it's honestly kind of chill for both, but generally speaking, I just overall prefer Pango both in the lane and in the game against Tiny, because Tiny is at least somewhat low armor until you get higher levels of your ult, and Pango is purely physical and he has the minus armor in his lucky shot as well. But I think early levels, not too much. Just some two happy mid laners farming away.
All right, and you're expecting, well, this top lane, we should see Liquid get opportunities to find kills.
Yeah, I think so. Like when you have, generally speaking, like Axe really switches the support matchup, as maybe that's not the case.
The Duke's through the trees, though.
Ain't no way. What?
Okay, they see him.
Yeah, I would say that is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because what the Axe does in these matchups is he just pops Battle Hunger on the sub, and then your 4 wails on him. But somehow Kaori doing some very good things.
Yeah, very nice little first blood for him.
Yeah, beautiful.
And bottom lane, okay. Taking quite the heavy hit, but always have stick charges to play with. Also against the decay spam of Boom. And as we can see on the CS so far, no interruptions here for Mickey.
I mean, let's see how much Toby can do in this lane, because Bane is very good against Caudle. You just like try to see him, you want to spot him all the time and chase him, because he needs to try to annoy the Caudle as much as possible, because if he just gets to freely keep giving Chakra Magic to Boom, this lane is going to be very annoying for Liquid.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm seeing there just how heavy the blast hit once the HP's been drawn down with the strength sap decays. So Mickey's got to be careful. Just definitely one of those lanes where sort of a stray blast could catch you off guard.
I mean, at least for now, Mickey is pretty much free farming. Like, they just keep tossing in the lane with the Illuminate. Mickey is getting, he has a stick, of course. He has a Bracer coming, tangos. So at least for now, not too much pressure.
So
Kaori.
They should have this. Yep, they'll get the Battle Hunger in.
That's a big one, because that's a rushed earn by Saberlight.
We'll lose Boxy again in return. So Navi's still making sure that they're getting kills themselves on this top lane.
They're doing very well. I think also especially Ursa is a hero that really benefits. He loves when the supports have like some kill traits going. Any faster boots, phase boots, whatever you get on this hero, very strong.
Corey, as we've seen, there has to be very, very careful. Earn charges in the play.
Yeah, especially level 2 Battle Hunger plus earn.
Yep.
And of course Boxy with the brambles from the side also.
CS on the bottom lane. Still going pretty good for Mick. Top at the last hits. Boom's getting a lot as well. We'll see top, Uragi. He's going to get dragged into the fight a little bit. We'll be able to dodge the brambles though, so he's fine. Still going to take a lot of damage, though, of course, from these sort of aggressive moves each and every time.
Yeah, it's still half HP gone. Boxy wants to continue fighting, has the blood grenade.
I think he can get in range for the Battle Hunger. Which they will.
Yeah,
and this is going to be a slow, painful death here for Corey. And this is what happens now. This lane, not a fun one for the Lion to turn up to. It's going to get chased out like this pretty much every single time. At the least of caution, Navi, they could just be like, well, at least our Ursa's getting space.
The problem is we'll have to see for how long, because obviously that did fill up their earn charges once more for Saberlight in the top lane. And Ursa, not a hero that does too well when it comes to persisting this type of stuff.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of damage onto Yuragi.
Boxy a bit off the mark with the Brambles.
Still, though, he's going to try and turn and fight back with the Shadow Realms at the ready. Another earn charge. Yuragi's going to tick down to this, surely. Is it enough to kill him? It's close.
Oh,
it's just enough. Just enough.
Saberlight, he didn't fully believe, though, as he was not quite in range. But still, obviously, great kill for them. Gets himself the chainmail. And another salve. I also like the fact that he skilled Call. This is just super strong lane. Like Axe, Willow, my lord. I don't want to lane against this one.
Yeah. No, very nice to mess with the Ursa, especially if he's trying to step up and get a CS to take that Battle Hunger off him. I see Saberlight relatively low, so they will be quick to make the jump on him, and Saberlight, he weren't ready for that.
That's a big kill.
Yeah, that was a bit of a slip-up for them. Didn't expect Sokorori to be sitting in the trees with that angle. And yeah, that's a big kill, so fine.
Yeah, especially with this lane where like you're trying to hurt the Ursa a lot by making him spend gold on regen. Now he gets injected gold and you're gone for like 20 to 30 seconds in the lane. It's a big deal. Let's have a look. Active rune soon. Nisha is level 6 first.
Close lane. Just a little bit of a lead here for Nisha. Corey in position to try and mess with the 6-minute power rune. And it's going to be up top.
Good old arcane rune for Nisha.
Oh, easy courier.
Yeah, that's the face boots gone from Yuragi.
Oh, McKay!
They got him.
That's what I say. You got to be careful of those blasts. That burst damage does add up, especially when you're as low HP as a decayed Terrorblade.
I was about to say that I believe Navi would like a little bit more to happen out of the bot lane, and they instantly clip him. Very nicely done, as Yuragi takes a little more pressure again. They have really bad lane control in top lane now, and I don't know if they have camps to deal with either. They don't, so he just kind of has to ditch the lane, at least until it pushes back in for Yuragi here.
Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning.
Now are in position to make sure this Shrine of Wisdom doesn't go into the enemy's hands, but Toby is ready to try and push him off it. Boom will turn up. Ooh, Ari gets back in time just to stop Toby from being able to grab that. He's going to opt for the TP out. I mean, they'll let him. Means that they can secure the Shrine of Wisdom for themselves.
I like that move, because even just doing it as Bane alone here, you force Boom to go back, have to TP, spend his time, you still get out. So good try. Oh yeah, this is the type of moment where when the enemy 5 is alone in this tower, you cannot let him be here. So Kaori, goodbye, my friend.
Yeah, there's going to be an easy kill anytime that he's up here on his own.
Little chop chop for Saberlight coming up.
Oh.
Damn, Nisha, come on, bro.
Come on, let the man dunk.
Yeah, let the brother chop it up.
Oh, Nisha.
He's being told right now.
He is.
Well, that's a free tower, so very nice move by Liquid here. Like, you just know that you're whittling out this Ursa out, like, and away from the lane, so don't let the support, like, you know, hold this tower. Very nicely done.
I'll see how the recovery goes. I mean, Yuragi, even though he gets bullied out of that lane, he did get good farm. You know, it could definitely have been worse for the Ursa, I think. It's not great.
Yeah, no, his
could have been worse.
His net worth is quite good, honestly. Yeah. I would even say his net worth is better than I would have anticipated. I guess the kills did help with that quite a bit. But yeah, losing your tower this early on, not amazing.
I'll see on the other side of the map, Ari and Boom trying to put the pressure onto the tier 1 as best as they can. Mickey has headed elsewhere. Now, Corey came in, maybe seeing if he could catch anyone behind the tower, but Liquid, they're not keeping anyone around this tier 1. So they'll let this one go. So Na'Vi able to match the pressure bottom.
Yeah, so they do at least get the trade, which is nice. Mingy's copy has been a little quiet, but this is just how Tiny plays. He's got the max toss, trying to work on his Blink Dagger, but of course that will be a little bit further away, maybe like minute 11 with the Soul Ring in between.
I mean, they're coming in with Nisha, and they will find Corey. He's actually able to pick up the 2 bounties, but will die for this. So Nisha continue to find kills with these moves from the top to the bottom.
I mean, Liquid are doing good when it comes to the map. Like, after you take the enemy tier 1 tower, you kind of want to transition it into the enemy jungle. Whereas they just stop Na'Vi from doing that. 400 gold off from the Blink for copy.
Well, they're trying to see if they can maybe burst through Nisha. They get the toss back. But Nisha, into the Hex from Corey. Gives them that extra bit of chance to control the stun as well. It's not enough, though. Nisha out with the swashbuckle. Boxy's gone in pretty deep. Does have the safety of the Shadow Realm to rely on if necessary. That might not even save it though. The blast is coming in. It was actually able to dodge out to the side. So he's going to continue to run. Copy's going to continue to chase. They want Boxy dead.
They're getting him.
And they will indeed get him at the end of it all. So same time, stun comes into play. They'll be able to grab Toby as well. So both supports taken out there with Na'Vi bringing the numbers in respect to this mid lane after Liquid show their hand.
Oh, nicely done. And this is the 10-minute siege. This is just a mid-tier 1, I believe, for Na'Vi. I don't really see how Liquid want to contest this too much. So Mickey and Saberlight will just enjoy themselves for the time being in the side lanes.
All things said and done, I think that, Na'Vi's going to be pretty happy with this start.
Yeah. Especially, like, the best thing you can do once you have this Blink timing is to take the enemy mid-tier 1. You have a very opened up map now.
Impressive stuff so far from Na'Vi against the pressure that Liquid's trying to put on. Na'Vi keeping up. Keeping it even.
Let's see if Na'Vi want to go for a straight smoke with the Blink, or do they feel like they want to help one of their supports to get 6 first? Because they don't have the Lion Finger nor the Solar Bind yet from Ahri.
Aurora Game and Mickey still getting very good spaces. As we can see, Uragi close behind that of the farmer Mickey, and once the Battle Fury is online, he could start to take over in terms of the net worth. Here's the smoke play. A lot of stun, a lot of bursts from these 3. Can kill pretty much anyone right now.
Looks like Boxy is drawing the perfect lines, so he knows that they were lingering around mid and that they are smoking around. So seems like Liquid should be very well aware.
This is a big kill if they can get it clean here, Na'Vi.
They're not perfectly breaking
They've got eyes. They're in with the opening stun. Is it enough burst to take him down? It's close. They've done it. They've got Mickey. Can they get out, though? Copy might have to be left behind here. The call grabs him into the Rolling Thunder. Nisha once more. They follow over towards Ahri. Booms on the high ground. We'll get the tombstone laid down. Nisha, he got the damage to finish Ahri off. He's going to get caught by the stun at the end. The 6 has been hit on Toby, so he's got the Fiend's Grip onto Boom. They turn to the Undying. The call comes in. The dunk's there from Saberlight as he cleans up the double kill. Ryuragi, he's managed to make it over to the fight, though. He's got amplified damage rune popped. See what he can go towards. He's looking towards Nisha. It's a little bit of a scary fight, though, for Ryuragi. Took a bit of time to come down here and won't actually be able to get anything for himself. At least forces Liquid back from trying to take anything more from Na'Vi.
A good counterplay from Liquid. It kind of looked like they would just get the TB and maybe get out for free, but Rainbow TP's coming through and they get the counters. Because you want to keep your game going. Like when you get this Blink reveal, you do not want to be the one to die, and Nisha actually picks up his Diffusal Blade off of the back of this play.
I just didn't quite have the control to have a chance of taking down the Pango, that one.
Yep.
So whilst they did kill Mickey, it did take pretty much the entirety of their first round of spells. It didn't leave them much to immediately fight back to the TPs from Liquid.
Also 1 minute on the finger, but the rest are always at the ready. Solar Bind with the Tiny is a lot of damage. See if they want to go for round 2. So is this going to be a Wisdom Shrine? Is this an aggro rune play? Where are they going? Is it just Nisha on the mid wave, perhaps?
Be a nice grab. There's the
Off that
opening.
Hex.
Into the Hex. Into the stun. Is it enough? It is. Always got just enough in Navi to get these kills.
Definitely a good move. Most mid players will always look at the next active rune, of course. So not only do they get the kill, they get copy the region rune also.
Toby will be able to grab the wisdom.
Very good. Kaori a little late.
Ooh, is he going to be able to stop the TP out? He's not. Yeah, Toby gets it. Gets away.
Very smooth.
Boxy. It's got eyes on Ari.
He's Ari, catches him.
Thinking about using the fear to try and set up for more, but that doesn't want to commit with it. Notice that there's backup behind. Both Copy and Boom were ready to go for the fight there.
Let's see Saberlight close to the blink.
I see Uragi, but doesn't want to try and tackle the bear solo right now.
They have a completed Crimson Guard on Boom, so Navi's 5-on-5 is honestly quite strong. It's a lot of tankiness, also not the best tombstone killers, at least for now, unless Mickey really gets to hit in the fight.
Heading over. Now they do have to be a lot more careful with this Blink Dagger Blade Mail online for Saberlight. His calls are going to come in pretty clutch. Does he want to make the jump onto Boom? He does. Just the setup. They have to follow up. The fear's there. Blast comes in on towards Saberlight though. Boom's perfectly fine and he's ready to turn. Drops down the tombstone. They'll lose Corey on the high ground to the rolling thunder, but Copy's in. Gets the toss back on a Saberlight. Saberlight's dead. We see the buyback coming in from Kaori. They want to keep this fight going, Navi. Mickey, he's used the Sunder. Finger comes in, getting him burst pretty low. The blast as well, connecting the toss. Mickey in trouble. Can he escape this? It looks like he'll be able to sneak out of the tree line, but Toby's going to have to give his life with the Fiend's Grit to just sort of hold back Navi as Toby falls. Now, at the least, Mickey gets out of there, but we're seeing in these fights, Navi just able to bring in that little bit better in these 5-man brawls.
A very good fight for them. Like the Crimson, it's just too hard to burst this Undying.
They didn't get anywhere close to killing Boom.
That was a good buyback from Kaori also, and that could have been even worse. Like, it was maybe hard to spot, but Boxy, he cancelled Copy's Blink like 7 times in a row. Blood Grenade, he kept hitting him, he brambled him, everything to keep Mickey alive, because he would have died for sure.
Yeah, one more sort of spell or right-click, and that was a dead Terrorblade.
Absolutely.
Navi coming in clutch with the fight. So it's good to see as well, you know, Uragi, he's not afraid of trying to run over and help out as well. And even with that said and done, he's not falling behind in net worth. He's keeping up. See again the attempt here from Saberlight. It just doesn't really come close.
It's like the best target you can go on, but I think they need Nisha to be around. He's like the nice follow-up damage. Because yeah, then you jump in as the axe, and you're kind of committed, like into the tomb, into the zombie ult. And we'll see here soon, like pay attention to Boxy on the left here. The Blood Grenade onto the Tiny, keeps hitting him, Curse Crown, everything. He will not allow him to blink. It's the only reason why Mickey even gets to run away here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Next time, he might not be as lucky. We'll see, up on the high ground then. This time, it is the next time. They get the jump towards him. They get a good fear though.
That's Boxy a good roll.
Comes in clutch there. This time round, Boxy and Nisha able to join things together to shake Navi up and keep everyone alive on Liquid. All right, so everyone Saberlight. Okay, everyone minus Saberlight. As Copy finds the chance to jump back in. Still actually in the river. The fight's not over. They turn towards Nisha. He's pretty low on the mana. He just has a couple of one charges. He's got Blink up in a second. Should be okay. Boxy is heading in on this, but the combo's going to be there. So Copy does actually end up rectifying the situation a little bit and gets the double.
Yeah, nice job by Copy there. Still manning up towards the end, because, I mean, the initial go on Mickey looked great. And then you have a beautiful call and roll coming out from Nisha to really save the day. I mean, this type of areas where Pango really shines. I wonder if Navi are going to put their eyes on Roshan soon. You have Ursa, you have Undying.
I think you could,
just tomb, just start it up.
Into the pit they go.
So Liquid know this is happening with their ward. Do they want to contest?
Who's charging over there first? It doesn't look like they're making a quick move towards the pit, so this Roshan should be Ursa's.
Guess they're too late, yeah. Otherwise you could look, because with Pango roll you don't really commit too hard, but looks like they're a few seconds too late here.
There we go, Aegis on Uragi. Got eyes on Saberlight. Can they get the jump on him?
They see the ward? Yeah.
Let's see what they want to get done next now with this Aegis.
Yeah, but here I do wonder a little bit in this mid game, and we'll have to see how it goes. But you are, so obviously Navi are playing against Terrorblade, which means this guy will always put the map in a bad state. Maybe you would have liked to have recall at this point, but either way, Solarbind will help you with different things. It just means that you have to deal with the map problem now.
Saberlight eyeing from the sidelines, but not wanting to make a jump into this Aegis Ursa. Copy's going to get the chance to play these fights pretty quickly and freely with the BKB. It's going to be super tough, stopping him from getting in and especially getting on top of this Terrorblade.
It's a quite early BKB too. Like, it's BKB plus Crimson Guard. Like, what really hurts him at this point? Like, I assume Liquid are just going to want to prolong the game for now. You do have the Terrorblade versus not the best D pushers in this game. And you do have Pango, who's quite elusive too.
Navi. Here comes the smoke. See if they get a good power in to play with. It's going to be a haste screen for Copy, not bad. Eyes on Saberlight.
I mean, Navi aren't showing anybody.
They find Mickey.
Yuragi showing bottom now.
They know he's around here with the illusions out. Can they get quite round this tier 2 towards him? They're going to try.
Uh-oh.
They know the likely spot that Mickey's going to be in. They're going to find him. Hot on the target there. They've caught the Terrorblade. Mickey not going to get a chance to do anything there with the amount of control and burst that Navi have.
Good move.
Very nice little smoke move coming in from Navi that they weren't
it's the
prepared
Rainbow
for.
TP's top.
And they might not be prepared for this either, Liquid. This is quick stuff for Navi. Copy. Okay, Boxy's out. And they'll at least be able to move themselves into position to take the Tormentor, so... Navi getting some solid objectives. Shot coming in for Corey.
That's very nice. And also, while they made that move down bottom, they got a very, very nice deep ward. Could help them out later. Especially now, when you take over top, you kind of force Liquid to move back out on the bottom side. Another Wisdom Shrine steal by Liquid. This time it's Boxy.
A couple of Shrine steals.
Yeah.
So on the XP, probably not doing too badly, considering those. Boxy very close to level 12.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, 6k lead for Navi. Not bad. Aegis in hand also. Nisha, quick on the fingers.
It's proving to be a bit more difficult for Liquid to fight. The brawling potential of Navi's lineups looks very, very good last few times.
Yuragi is buying an Axe, which means it's going to be near impossible to burst him from full to zero. When he gets Axe called, he can just ult it up. So unless they get like an Orchid or anything to silence, that play doesn't really exist.
There's the jump, Corey. Then with the blink. Might get themselves a freebie here. It's going to try for the TP out, Toby. It's not going to work. Bringing in both the middle and the bottom lane now. Well, the pressure continuing to add up against Liquid. And definitely feels, sort of, we had Saberlight hitting a very good Blade Mail blink timing, but they just really haven't been able to do much around that with the way that Navi's able to respond. They get the jump on Saberlight now, but the Blade Mail and the call was there. Yuragi taking some heavy hits here, but now with Copy jumping forward, they get the control on a Saberlight. Nisha has to go for the Rolling Thunder TP out. So he gets close to losing the Aegis, but won't quite. Can survive through that Blade Mail return damage and make sure that they bring down Saberlight again. And now in the mid Copy.
Lost back.
He's got the setup. Corey's making his way over, but can't quite close the gap. So Mickey is fine this time.
Yeah, I like the way a lot that Navi are playing the map. Also, both the wards that they have aggressively on the both sides, top and bottom, seeing like Liquid maneuver around or like farming those type of camps, it's great. Like they're seeing these people walk out on the map.
Yeah, Navi's crushing it so far.
Absolutely.
This game's only going to get harder for Liquid. Copy.
They know he's here.
It's a bit of an awkward avalanche. Just they can't quite reach around to go for more.
Let's see if Liquid want to look for a strike back eventually, because the Aegis is now gone, and Navi are playing on top of a Liquid ward in the jungle.
Nisha is going to have to be careful showing down here. Any sort of stun and the damage coming in from the swipes of the Ursa should be enough for the kill. Okay, starting to get some good space top. Continues to stay on the top of the network. They get the toss back onto Boxy. Sableye does come in with a call on a copy, but of course has no damage on his own to threaten the Tiny. Because this is going to be the thing as well, I feel, for Sableye as the Axe in this sort of game. When you look at the 3 cores, it's kind of hard to kill any of those during a call, right?
It's hard, because it means unless both your Pango and TB can follow you nicely, you don't have a good fight, because you're going in and you're going to die. Looks like Liquid just want to make some time, maybe hit this triple item timing. The Ags on the Pango, BKB on the Axe, and Tascadi on the TB. I don't know if they can hit all those before the next Roshan. That would be the next biggest timing in the game.
Yeah, Liquid has to look to try and contest that one. Kaori. He's found Mickey. Do they have enough follow-up to make a play? Avalanche comes in. They're looking for a toss back, but they can't quite set it up. So Mickey will survive, and plentiful backup here now for Liquid. Navi going to have to be a bit more careful if they want to try and fight here still. They're bringing in the numbers. Yuragi's TPing over as well. So still want to try and make something out of this, but as we saw, Mickey's already left the area.
Yeah, this ward is giving them a lot currently, swatting every single hero. But they're also on top of Navi's ward.
Corey.
Finds
a
a
little
catch.
bit of an opening, but knows he can't go for more with Toby there ready to stop him. Boxy though. Shadow round. Keep him safe. Has to play for the force TP. Sableye. Oh! What's he doing here?
I don't know.
Oh.
Dying.
Well, everything else was a bit carefully calculated by Liquid up top, but then suddenly Sableye finds himself under the tier 1 mid.
Yeah, someone must have been pretty quick. I guess he had just seen them on the ward up top, maybe feeling some security.
Having a tough time now, Sableye, falling behind. After what was some pretty good early game timings on the Blade Mail Blink. It's not had an easy game since those pickups.
Yeah, I think they got another catch onto Toby.
They got Toby, and Nisha's going to try and help out with the Rolling Thunder. Comes in, looks towards Corey, but a heal comes in there from Boom. Keeps Corey safe. Again, Nisha just has to TP out under the rest of that Rolling Thunder duration. They just can't really get any sort of play going right now, Liquid, and it's costing them. They're slipping further behind.
They're gonna need, they need all 3 cores to be ready. Like, Pango doesn't have enough damage unless TB is ready. TB doesn't want to fight unless the other 2 are ready, and it's kind of the same for Axe. So I think the Skadi with the Ags on Pango could really make a difference.
And you look at the supports as well. I mean, Ari, he's having a great time on this Kotl.
Yeah, he's closing
Super
in on
rich.
Aghanims.
Yeah, this is a very wealthy Kotl. 4-0-7, flawless game so far from Ari.
Absolutely. That Ag's going to be quite strong too against the TB, which seems to be one of the only saving graces so far for Liquid.
Yeah, full Octarine now online for Boom. So Navi, they're really just going to keep the pressure up. I think they're feeling pretty great right now. They're definitely going to sense this hold that they have on the game.
I mean, Roche is up. Should be Navi's, I believe.
Of a freebie for them. I mean, last time Liquid didn't really get things into place to try and contest it. And I feel like, surely if you're Liquid, do you not want to try and do something about the Roche? Because you do have like these Blink calls, these Rolling Thunders. Is that not enough? Or
I think
do you think Liquid is sort of saying, you know what, we're not ready to get Mickey into the fight, so we're not going to try and look for that fight?
They should feel like that they can fight. I mean, of course, it's not just some random, oh, go smoke Roche and make it happen. Like, it needs to be nice. We see Boxy is drawing on the map. He wants to go through mid because he understands they're hiding in a triangle. You can't just take that path. You need to go the long way around. Because Liquid are not strong. They just need to go together and find the right way. But yeah, Navi so far have not really done any slip-ups at all. Even now, Copy staying bottom. He can just TP to the mid-tier 1 at any point.
Liquid sort of split where to go with this smoke. They were wondering if they wanted to move down towards the bottom, look for the Tiny, but Copy's already out there with the TP. They're just going to head into the Roche Navi, and Liquid, are they going to actually be able to swing back over in time? They're starting to drift back up the river. Mickey has joined them. So they've got the 5 of them here, but Roshan's going down very quickly here to Yuragi. Liquid, they're not going to be able to make the jump in time. Yuragi's got the Aegis. Now Liquid today still want to try and fight this. Nisha comes in with the Rolling Thunder. Sableye has to put the BKB and run. They'll turn back over towards Yuragi here, Nisha, with the Rolling Thunder, but they have to get out now. They've used their BKBs, they've used their Metamorphosis. They don't really have anything to fight with. They have to leave Toby behind here under the Tier 1 tower. The rest of them get out of there, but just not able to kind of bring the move together in time there, Liquid. Navi, they get another Roshan, they get another Aegis for the Bear.
Meta used 2, first BKB on Saberlight also. Yeah, Navi incredibly happy with this. They're just in a good position, having the right people in
Foxy.
front.
Oh. It happens.
Radiant's middle tower.
Slightly off the mark.
Yeah, a little bit.
Whatever, you're up 10k
A
gold.
swing and a miss.
Yep. You got the Aegis, you got the banner. Yuragi's got a full MKB completed.
Copy.
Looking for more. No BKB here on Saberlight.
Yeah, I mean, Copy feels unkillable, so he can sort of just wander the map as he wishes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
Okay.
top tower has fallen.
Corey should be pretty dead here.
Yep, he died pretty fast.
Gets absolutely destroyed.
Aghanims.
Maybe seeing if they can close in onto Ari. Didn't know he was around here. Again, it's hard even to enter into the sort of the opportunity to jump and support when these cores are around on Navi. That's the Aghanims timing. So again, Ari having a very, very good game here on the Cottle. Saberlight's out. It's just all going to come down to that fight from Liquid where they bring Mickey in. And I feel like that the game could fall either way very, very quickly then. It's either going to be like, all right, Liquid's back. You know, Mickey's able to do this with the Terrorblade. Or there's going to be this one team fight where Mickey turns up and they just get wiped. And it's like, oh, I guess they lost.
Yeah, Liquid also need to be really careful that, like, when they use their stuff, that Navi don't just get to walk it off. Because, like, roll and meta, there's a big downtime on this meta where Navi could just turn around and go for the high ground. Granted that Navi's high ground isn't the best, one of Ursa's weaknesses, but they're just holding full map control, still a 9k lead. But let's see if they get to use this Aegis.
Anisha able to play it safe here. Has TP ready if he wants to. Try and clear out some of the wave, gets out with the TP. And indeed, maybe that's sort of what Liquid's playing into. The idea that the high ground's going to be the tough point for Navi.
Uh-oh, they're surrounding Mickey here.
There's the jump. Is there any way to sort of bail Mickey out of this one? There is
I don't
not.
think so.
Now Toby's in trouble as well. Yuragi's able to turn towards him. We'll try for the TP out, but the damage is done by Yuragi. The tip's coming out now here from Navi. I think they're feeling pretty good about this one.
I mean, they should. They're up 12k.
Yeah, this is solid stuff from the boys. Especially from Yuragi as well. I think they dealt with that top lane very well. We've seen some lanes, some side lanes crumble today. This one did not. Against
absolutely not. They even got like
the Willow Axe. Just in other situations, you could see what this Willow Axe is completely crushing the lane. Yes, they got the tower, but Yuragi, he didn't feed. He's able to stay relevant and farm. Now he's at the top. Bottom, Boxy tries to get the fear off, but the Yule's dodge is there. He's going to go for the TP out the side. He's not going to make it. Copy knows where he is, gets in, catches him with the toss. Navi's looking good, Kev.
Very good moves. Yeah, absolutely. I like what I'm watching. This is good stuff.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
He's got the 17k lead up and running. If they want to go hit the high ground with some overpowers, maybe some Caught Illuminate heal soon. His ult is back up in 5 seconds. I mean, why not? Kind of force Liquid to give you an answer. Banner on the mark also.
Liquid's going to have to do something soon. Can Liquid pull some sort of team fight together? Tower's gone, and then onto the barracks. Liquid, what's the play? Saberlight will get in, he'll get the call only onto the one of them. They have the Rolling Thunder to follow up, but Boom's so tanky, he doesn't care at all. Still pretty much close to full HP. They do dunk down Yuragi the once.
Okay.
Can they do it a second time? Curry comes in with the side with the stun, Copy's in with the toss. They got the grip onto Copy for now, but Mickey sort of thrown over towards the backlines. Mickey's in an awkward spot. Boom and Yuragi can just turn towards Mickey, take him down. That's Mickey out for 80 seconds. No buyback available. He doesn't have the gold. Saberlight will come in with the call. They've killed Kaori, but Saberlight's going to pay with his life. 3 dead on Liquid. They don't have the buybacks, Kezu.
That might just be it. I don't see how Nisha can hold this on his own. I really am liking this. A lot of the spell usages I'm seeing on Navi.
Yeah, Copy as well this game.
Another kill.
Been phenomenal.
Great tossbacks. Also, Yuragi instantly went on Mickey the moment he moved in. There's just no follow-up damage on this Axe combo.
Yeah, the fighting from Na'Vi, like this whole game, it's very much felt like Liquid, they just didn't really do anything. They couldn't really do anything.
Yeah.
You know, they turned up and tried, Na'Vi shut them down each and every time, and now they're ready to threaten the game.
This Undying seems to be a huge problem in a lot of the games I'm watching. All right, aggressive AVULUS into the Ava toss.
Nisha will roll up, but will not be able to roll away this time. It's Na'Vi. They can continue to have some fun here. Get some further kills. Liquid, they don't want to tap out yet. They're going to see if they can still try and find that team fight where they're able to set things up and allow Mickey to get in position to do the damage. It hasn't happened yet. I don't know if it's going to happen.
I mean, who do they attack? It is so hard, especially with Nisha being dead for 50.
Yeah.
Like, how do you... Planning here, I'm not sure how to come up with one. Can, of course, delay, pull some enfeebles and some sleeves around.
Copy.
Bye-bye.
He's going to get the grab on Toby. Toby goes down. And now Boom, with his massive amounts of HP as well, they can't push this Undying off the tower. McKay is going to try, but barely tickling.
He's not even touching
this Undying. I think once the Crimson is popped, the Illusion's doing, of course, nothing at all. Boom's just chilling. Corey jumps in with a burst on a Boxy. Not enough to kill him. Boxy will lift. The buyback's going to come out here from Toby. He's going to go for the Fiend's one copy. But it's immediately put a stop there by the Hexacore. Saberlight comes in with the blink call, trying to kill Copy, but the Yules is available. Copy's up in the air. Saberlight's BKB comes to an end, and Corey's immediately in with the stun. Saberlight's dead. Yuragi on a monster kill streak. I think they might have had enough now, Liquid. Can they at least get Yuragi? They're trying. The Rolling Thunder bounces, they're connecting, but the damage is not there. Yuragi's fine. This game's over. GG is called. Navi take game 1, and it's not even close, Kazu. Liquid, they struggled in this one.
They absolutely did.
Yeah.
From nearly like minute 10 until all the way.
Thank you very much, GVS. Game 2 time here between Liquid and Navi. And yeah, let's see if Liquid can kind of swing this back, gets to a game 3. I don't know, though, because Cottle Medusa, Kezu, that's a scary duo.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yep, last pick Medusa also. It's not a hero that is like has or can be forgotten, rather. But the one thing that Liquid have for themselves is the good old Mickey Nature's Prophet. This guy on this hero has won so many games with just early aggression, doing good in lanes, and making stuff happen. I just hope that Liquid bring... Uh-oh.
They're going to get first blood by the looks of it here. Ari will get caught. Give it to Nisha.
Mickey, come on. Nisha's fine.
I mean,
don't worry, Mickey's like, I got this, bro. Remember all the other 88, 900 games we've played together?
But if that cost them the game, then...
Yeah, actually, call it.
Yeah, call it. Top GG Nisha, you know, that's he stole your first blood.
But yeah, good start for Liquid, but I hope that the mid-game this time around, and I mean, already naturally with the heroes they have, with the Ember Natures, I want to see more from them. Last game, I feel like they were a little too dead for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we did have 2 of the runes picked up, 2 denied, and 1 picked up.
So somehow that doesn't make sense because that's 5 runes and we only have 4.
No, I mean, it's the thing, right, where you can deny and get picked up at the same time, which still counts as them picking it up. So, indeed, only was able to successfully technically deny 1 of them from the game, even though it does say 2.
I mean, let's see again. Bottom lane, yeah, I mean, Medusa doesn't care too much about Axe, but Axe just certainly doesn't care about Naga, so I think Saberlight should also have a pretty free time down bottom. Mid lane is honestly quite good for Ember. I mean, they're both going to farm, but Nisha's going to chill there. You're low armor on Tiny. Tiny can't really break your Flame Guard. You're chilling.
Yeah, and we've got to see that for Nisha, right? Because after that game one, you know, he definitely wasn't able to do nearly as much on his Pango. As much as he tried to get some good rolling thunders, as Copy did on the Tiny, right? Copy having great impact in that game one with the Tiny plays.
And they're running back the Caudal also on Ahri.
Yep.
Believe it's the, it's once again with the Solar Bind, so just gonna look.
Oh, Corey.
Okay, Ahri.
He's gonna be fine. Only just, though.
Lots of burn. I mean, Boxy, of course, very aggressive position for a player. Level 1 Firefly, just gonna go pull some waves.
Now Corey's gonna be kept very low there with the Battle Hunger coming out from Saberlight. And they'll be able to protect their pool quite nicely here, so Saberlight taking away a fair bit. Corey has adjusted the level 2, so he's got enough to root Boxy. See how much Boxy wants to chase this. Probably not too much. I mean, he's unlikely to get the kill, but he can definitely annoy Corey. Oh,
Water Rune wins another battle.
All right, yeah. Corey, it should be fine. He's
just fine.
Yeah, he's still got the illusions and another net. So I don't know who's wasting whose time here.
I feel like they're wasting each other's time.
It's just both.
Oh, damn, Uragi took a lot of pressure in the lane. But yeah, I would say the top lane... so what do we have? You have Bane, Nature's Prophet. Very, very strong lane. Both are just going to keep each other. Box with a Courier Snipe.
That's quite a nice little snipe.
I mean, I would say Liquid should get a lot of tempo from their safe lane. Because they're going to win it, and then it's NP who can go around. Saberlights pulled into the tower.
Corey stepped up quite a bit there.
Really wanted that Courier.
Yeah. On top lane. So far, very even on the farm. Now that the level 3s are going to be hit soon, we could potentially see some kill potential.
I mean, Liquid's lane is very annoying to lane against.
Bottom.
Saberlight for call.
We're getting on top of Corey, and with the flame break, they'll have it. Take down Corey, and Uragi's going to still chill underneath the tower. Has no mana.
He's got nothing.
And has no regen.
And he's dead.
So he will be dead. He will be very dead.
I will say this is at least one problem when you play two heroes that many heroes just don't care about. Like Naga, Medusa, they just kind of tickle you. They don't pressure a lot. And Saberlight with an early Vanguard, he can really go ham in this lane.
Mickey. It's very, very safe in this lane. Unlikely, really, for these two to find the burst to threaten the Nature's Prophet early. So Mickey having a fine time farming. Just at the other side of the map, really, where we're seeing that Uragi having a bit of a struggle. As the Medusa, a little bit of a slower start for him this time. So another call come out onto Corey.
I mean, I definitely like to see Liquid be explosive within the bottom lane also. Like, they're already doing it with these two heroes, but then later you can free up Toby to go through the gate, or maybe go bot, or even Mickey to like TP around and make stuff happen. Because this top lane seems like not much is really going on here. I think Navi already did pretty well damage controlling it.
Toby's got the setup here on tower. He's put the body blocks as well. Same time down bottom, Saberlight getting in under the tower. He's got his eyes on Kaori.
He's got Vanguard.
And Toby did get the kill against Ari top. Corey, he'll be fine for now, as low as he is going to tick with this Battle Hunger. Does not have any regen for himself. So has to pretty much stay hidden under here. And, keep out of sight of Saberlight.
This is going to be a low net worth Naga Siren. He's feeding mangoes, like he's eating all these tangles himself. 680, not so pretty.
He's going to have to take the wall back to base. Nisha.
Oh, Nisha. Well, look who you're going to run into, my friend.
There we go, Corey. Works out. You know, he's having to take the wall back to base, picks up a bouncy rune. He's able to swing across and help them take down Nisha.
I mean, looks like a nice little play. I guess when Ahri respawned, they coordinated maybe a Ava tossback onto the tower. That ultimately got Nisha out of position. Very nicely done.
Yuragi starting to get a bit of breathing room down there. We saw the attention that's been thrown the way of the Naga Siren.
Oh, Yuragi doesn't have enough HP against the dunk. Oh, bro! Come on, man! It's 2025.
Oh, no. Oh, no. There's a handful of times I've seen that happen. Surprisingly, at this level, it's happened again here. Oh. It's one of those things that happens once. Yeah, it happens once.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. I'm queuing up. Yeah, Yuragi got his treads, and they are hopefully strength treads.
So next time, he's not going to die. But
that's fair.
There was once. Sometimes one time is too many. But
it's
it happens.
Funny.
It happens. Yep.
We appreciate it. We should appreciate it.
Got to be careful against these axes.
Absolutely. Well, 2K lead for Liquid, plus entertainment value was gained. I appreciate it. Oh, Boxy is up here through the gate, so either they... Oh.
May the light. Fear the light. Fear me.
Oh, we're having a wisdom invasion here.
Yeah, they're going to try and take this hit.
Copy is coming as well.
See if they can fight this.
Nice dodge by Nisha.
Boom is going to get dove here with the remnants of Nisha. Boom. He's gone. They get the kill. They get the 2 Shrine of Wisdoms.
Really nicely done. The double Shrine, plus Nisha dodged the shield crash so that Boom didn't get any barriers to also get the kill. Very nicely done.
I gotta be careful with dunks coming back.
Don't do this.
No tread switching. Be careful with the tread switching.
He's baiting him. No, he's baiting him.
Okay.
Yuragi is on point.
Now this tread switching is literally a life or death situation.
It is. Let's see, Boxy back bottom. I mean, both the Silence are honestly quite freed up. At any point, Liquid can decide where they kind of move their 2 supports. Because Mickey will be fine top, he can of course join anywhere, and this Vanguard Axe, he's untouchable. You would have to bring like both Tiny and the Pango potentially. Let's see Navi's response.
Yeah, careful with the tread switching. Just stay on the strength tread, Yuragi.
Okay, any TPs? Not for now.
Yeah,
Profit ult.
Team.
There's
the
TP.
team. Here comes the team.
That's going to be a toss back, maybe?
Yeah, they'll get it. Toss back, not quite under the tower. I'll throw down a blood grenade, but yeah, Sableye is fine. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Kaori is not fine. Nisha swings across, takes him out.
Liquid's net worths are looking really good, especially Mickey's. 4,500?
And this is a Mickey Nature's Prophet. One of his best recently. It's
absolutely.
Wins most games, as you said on it, if not all of them. I mean, so definitely going to be a concern for Na'Vi that Mickey is having such a good time top on the Prophet.
And they have to be a bit careful now. I mean, we'll have to see, because Liquid could look to attack. As Copy's TP obviously is on cooldown from the prior play.
Sable's pretty low. Getting a little greedy, potentially, hanging around as he is. See if he can survive through this. He cannot. TPs will come in. Can Liquid try and turn this into something themselves? They will manage to get Kaori again. But Yuragi gets the space to back off with Ari. Maybe feeling a bit tougher than he was there. Actually, as low HP as he was.
Yeah, that's a big deal once more, because that was only 3 heroes from Na'Vi. They get to kill Saberlight on the Axe. Because they were looking for their own move down here on this lane. Let's see. Boxy, of course, always being very annoying.
Anisha's coming across. Yuragi might need some help. I'll get the root down to the 2 of them, but Yuragi's going to get burnt. He's out of mana. Boxy able to set up for Nisha to come across and get that kill with him.
I really think Boxy is like, when it comes to a carry who's having a hard time, I think Boxy is the most annoying and best for. Like when it comes to this, he will always make sure you stay shut down. He goes here, he's going to keep showing like his body, he places aggro wards, just very, very nicely done.
Tower's going to be Liquid's. Okay, comes in with a push. It's going to be his Maelstrom done here. Treads Maelstrom, 10 minutes in, solid timing. Boxy already on the hunt for more. Corey's going to try and look towards him. Both teams have him back up. So if the supports can burst through Boxy with Copy's help, they absolutely can. Getting Copy very close to the Blink Dagger.
Oh, just like last game, looks like a minute 11 type blink. And again, you do have the Caudal. You don't have the Lion this time around, so no finger follow-up. Boxy doing a lot of drawing.
That was a lot of scribble.
Yeah, I think he wants his brothers to go play there, I assume.
Under attack.
I mean, it does make the most sense, I think, if you leave top kind of empty or you put the Nature's Prophet there, because Mickey can just always TP and then you can be 5. And they still have this amazing ward that Boxy got to place earlier. Like, it's showing everything at all times.
Ari. Should be a freebie here, Saberlight. There's the dunk. Same time in the mid, Nisha. Poking at the two of them. Oh, he's ready to keep going. I mean, he's not afraid of these two heroes whatsoever. Very close to having the Blade Mail on Nisha. Should have that soon.
It's not super easy for, I would say, Navi to play right now because the two supports always rely on their cores to make much happen. Like, if you're Nisha on this Ember here, who are you afraid of? They have to kill you in a tiny combo with, like, Solarbind. Okay, copy.
You get the setup here with the Avalanche toss. It's not enough, though. Lasso comes in as well at the grip on towards Copy to kill him off. Boom will try and jump forward. He's got the Rolling Thunder. They'll find Boxy.
Oh.
They'll lose Corey here as the Sprout blocks off his escape there from Mickey. Boom will roll back across. But they don't really have enough with those left alive to fight back against Liquid. Saberlight reaching in to get the Battle Hunger off. Let's see if they can punish him for that. They're not going to have anything more. Indeed, at this point, Uragi is not interested in turning up to the fight. He needs space to continue to farming. Whilst, yeah, Liquid are fighting these fights, keeping Mickey on top. You know, as the Prophet, playing it fantastic in terms of farm and involvement. 3-0-4. That Miona is going to be coming pretty soon, 100 gold away. So you're looking at like kind of 13-minute Miona treads Nature's Prophet carry.
Yeah, and that is, like, they're going to have double Blade Mail, Mjolnir on, like, 2 people that go in. They are so strong. And, like, Uragi, it's not like he can do much at this point.
He can't really turn up. Yeah, he's got to keep hitting the creeps. Didn't have an easy start in the lane.
Yeah.
It's got to try and sit back, hit those timings. But this is something the panel said as well, right? If Navi can kind of take it late, then they can sort of start to fall into their element with the Medusa lineup.
Yeah, let's see how easily or if Liquid allow them to get there. I mean, Boom is close to his Diffuser Blade. Just some stacks being farmed for now. I mean, Saberlight also having a very, very good game. Blade Mail, Vanguard, and close to the Blink at minute 14. It's not too bad.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, there we go. As you can see, no surprise that this is quite the record. Yeah. For that Miona timing.
Radiant are scanning.
Saberlight. Oh, Corey's not having any of that. They'll use the song to secure the shrine and get out.
I like that play. He honestly, he doesn't have much to do on the map anyway. So you need to find all the small little things.
Is under attack.
They're trying to hunt Toby.
Hasn't quite got the diffusal out on him. It's on its way now for Boom. Let's copy. See what he can find with this invis route if he wants to start hunting behind the tower. Obviously catching Mickey would be the big one here for Navi.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, Toby's there in position to help in case anyone does head their way. Now the rest of Liquid are ready to join top. They know that there's going to be this chance that Navi were trying to find something up here. The smoke's coming in from Nisha and Boxy.
I like this smoke, even if it doesn't connect. Like, they can connect afterwards with Saberlight, who's flying out his Blink right now, and then just turn it into something else.
Well, Boom will show. They know he's in there. They're going to look for him and straight away. Setup's there with the grip. There's not going to be any way out of this for Boom.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Swinging over towards the bottom here with the twin gate play. Not behind Ari, but Boxy doesn't have anyone else down here with him. See where Saberlight wants to go now with the Blink Blade Bout. Off towards the bottom he is.
Okay, they're going to know Ari's bottom since he's blasting around a little bit. I wonder if Liquid want to try to take this mid-tier one soon. I think it's a little bit annoying it's still up.
Navi definitely a much different sort of approach to this portion of the game as we had last time. Yuragi! Let's see if he can walk out of this. He does have Stone Gaze and Ari behind him, so yeah, he can get away with moving forward as such, and will manage to finish off the tier 1 mid. So starting to, you know, be prepared to join the rest of the team. We'll see that smoke here as he comes out of it.
I guess Navi want to try to go top on this smoke. Maybe open up that tier 1 also.
Can they get the opening onto Nisha? Copy. There's the toss back. Into the avalanche, the rolling thunder. It's not enough damage though. Nisha able to remnant away. They couldn't quite control and kill him.
Oh, it's very close. Tower whittling down. Boxy keeping in. Saberlight is here too.
That's a good call. Into the Firefly and the lasso. No song is going to save him surely. Or maybe he's going to tick low.
Stays alive.
They might just be able to get out there. I mean, Nisha's going to be coming in with a chase. Mickey's got the TP in. Boom will be able to cut his way out the Sprout, but Saberlight with the second blink call finds him once more. Good efforts there from Navi to try and bail Boom out, but they couldn't succeed at the end of the day with the chase and catch that Liquid have.
Right, Liquid do get to hold the tower and kill Boom. But at least in the meantime, you had both Copy and Yuragi clean up the map.
I mean, Yuragi is starting to catch back up.
Yeah.
You know, you give him a bit of time, he might be able to close that gap between him and Mickey. He's getting good farm here on the DOTA now. It's only going to speed up once he starts working his way into this Maelstrom Mjolnir.
Yeah, he definitely needs to keep up the pace. I do think Liquid have quite annoying heroes as they get another freebie here onto Ari.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of kills across the map. Liquid 16-4 here. So if we can look to Copy.
A lot of slows on him.
Might be in trouble. Okay, the Stone Gaze comes in from Yuragi. He's going to look to help out. Actually, he's able to turn up and kill Boxy off, but Mickey's in with the TP. Shuts off the escape of Copy. It's Mickey picking up these kills up and down the map. 4-0-5. They've still not quite been able to touch this Nature's Prophet.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And out top.
Make it straight up top.
Boom's going to try and stop Corey from going down.
Roll is available.
Mickey went pretty aggressive for this one. Still doing a lot of right-click damage, so Boom's got to be careful. And indeed does not want to try and threaten him with the roll.
Oh,
and now the
boy.
grip's in place here. Toby's got the grab. And Mickey able to finish off the job. Another kill for the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, 6 kills. It's not over.
More kills continue for Liquid. Dunk comes in from Saberlight. 19-5. They'll be able to take this tier 1 down in the mid. Continuing to play it very fast here, Liquid. You know, Yuragi, you can imagine he's just like, guys, we just got to stop the bleeding. Just give me time.
Need
so
some
I can carry
items.
this as the Medusa. But as we're seeing, yeah, Liquid doing their best here to make sure the Navi does not get that time.
I mean, Yuragi certainly can, but Liquid have a couple of very annoying heroes for like some one-core lineups. You can always just have Saberlight call him, or you can put some in like some sleeves and feebles. You can lasso him away. But yeah, he is their saving grace.
I think, you know, after that last situation where there wasn't quite enough burst to kill off the Ember, you know, Copy's trying to amp it up. He's got the Dagon now online. So next time, and that kill should be a kill well done. But obviously at the moment he's got the Shield Rune. He's a tanky Ember they jump in with that Shield Rune and barrier already up. And that means Nisha can easily get out with still half his HP intact. Boxy will die though. So Navi's still able to find something from that jump. Not finding the big kill, though. As yeah, that Ember was not going to die there.
I mean, you've got the Dagon with the Solar Bind on the Kadla as well, so more amplification. Sure, why not?
Yuragi, how's he doing on that Mjolnir timing? Still about 1,000 to go or so until he can get that one finished up. Oh!
Roshi Roche.
Yep, careful, Copy.
Looks like a free Torm for Navi.
Oh, they're kind of getting scared. It wasn't going down as easy as they thought it would. And now Saberlight's coming through. He's going to get the call on a Kaori. Indeed, not quite a smooth attempt there from Navi. They try and poke at it, but the damage ain't there. They lose 2 heroes to both get their heads chopped off here by Saberlight.
It looked kind of free, but yeah.
Yeah, they just didn't have enough damage on them to burst it quickly. Liquid with the 5 of them will be able to take it perfectly fine. Sharp for Boxy.
It's actually gonna give them some tower damage also if they want to later. With the sticky napalm with the bad shard. It's not useless anymore on the supports like it used to be.
No, yeah, and those two Tormentor situations can be rough. Because you got to imagine, somebody on the team made that call.
Yep.
And then when you're doing it as a team, you're like, right, who said we should do this? Whose idea was this? And, you know, it gets a little awkward after you try and make that move as a team and you're not quite able to clear it.
Especially when it goes that poorly.
Yeah.
Double Wisdom Shrine once more for Liquid. I wonder when I don't know if the status of the game will change anytime soon. I think NAVI need to try to split up on both sides, use this Manta style on DOTA, maybe find some pickups with the tiny caudal combo.
I mean, ultimately, I do still very much rate the Medusa potential this game.
It is always there.
You know, if Uragi is not in a bad spot, considering everything else, he's only 2k or so behind that of Mikkei's farm, the Medusa will be a problem. If you can get this Miona into the Ags, get the shard as well, ending the game against him is going to be hard. In the mid, no catch boom. They're killing anyone else right now. Liquid, they've got that sorted. Can they close this game up before the Medusa becomes a big issue?
It's another kill. Song actually went off. Unlucky there for Kaori. Well, I think with what's happening, Liquid are pretty happy. They have full map control. You get a Shivas as well. It's going to lower everyone's damage output also. Ooh. Good little blink by Copy.
So for Copy as well with this Dagon, you go all in on maxing out the levels on the Dagon?
I guess so, yeah. I assume that his point now is going to be, okay, I'm going to go with my combo.
Yeah.
Ari, you put up the Solar Bind. And we hope that that person is dead.
All right. Well, Ari, he's dead.
Absolutely.
But maybe this is sort of it's just space making the game for Na'Vi right now. Yep. Throw a support out here or there, they die. Uragi's like, good job, boys.
Keep it up.
Well, Uragi's going to get dragged into some action now, but the Avalanche is there, and the toss.
Got him.
They got him this time. That's Nisha dead. And I say, yeah, there is that 8k lead for Liquid, but slip-ups, and suddenly this Medusa is taking over the game. Liquid have got to keep their act together, even though they have this lead, and even though they have this large amount of kills ahead, because you could throw this game very easily into the hands of the Medusa.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with, I mean, Boom's network isn't great, but Tango scaling is also no joke. And yeah, as we've said, Uragi, he is keeping up in the network. BKB for Saberlight, that should help quite a bit. I mean, if Toby can keep up some sort of slow farm, getting an axe this game would be quite nasty too. Toss back. Bye-bye.
It's going to be very dead here.
Slept. Wake him up, brother. That's the lasso.
Underneath the tower, they should be able to find him. The call's there from Saberlight, so they lose the Bane. They still get the favorable trade when it comes to kills on Liquid, and they might just get Ari as well. Nisha. Yep. And with the sleight of fist, 3 kills to be found there off the back of just losing Toby on the Bane. They'll take that.
Yeah, it looked like this could have maybe just been a 1-for-1, but Tiny, they let Copy sleepwalk into the tower for so long. I think Kaori maybe not realizing that he had illusions up to maybe unsleep him. But yeah, 3-for-1 trade.
Has been killed. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Liquid. Can they look towards Roshan, Liquid's lineup? I mean, Mikkei's got a lot of damage, right? They should have a good chance of going for it with the lead they have.
Honestly, they can. It looks to me as if they prefer a little bit at the moment to play map and try to shut down Navi.
Time for the setup here. Nisha did not already have a Remnant out, so he's going to get caught in the Rolling Thunder and the root from Uragi.
Well, they're getting Boxy.
Yeah, they'll settle for Boxy. I mean, Boxy sort of threw himself in there to make sure, I'd imagine, that Nisha gets the space to leave. And it, you know, does get the Ember out there. Nisha will survive. These times, yeah, Aghanims is online for Boom. Yeah, this Miona on top of the Aghanims is coming out very, very shortly for the Medusa.
Yeah, they're getting good things going. I would kind of like if Liquid would invest in a gem soon.
Oh, Saberlight.
Ball.
Oh, actually put the BKB for this one.
Quick one.
Didn't want to see anything coming out from Navi in return. Mikkei Trying to get the grab. We'll get the sprout to Ari, but Ari's able to cut his way out of it. Nisha, does he want to chase on? He won't this time. Now, the supports, they're getting killed.
Oh, they are. Endlessly. Which is at least very good also for Saberlight, because he's gaining a lot of armor in this game as they find Boom.
And Toby's got the grip ready. If he even needs it, and he doesn't yet, with the backup comes in. That's a lot of kills. A lot of kills that Liquid are getting. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, Mickey, he's 8-0-10. Pretty flawless and easy game for him, because things are just being set up left, right, and center. But I want to pick up on the gem I talked about before, like, because Navi still have pretty good vision.
Oh yeah, look at it. Liquid just looking for more.
Yeah.
Copying Ari. Getting hunted. Copies out with the TP. Same to be said here for Ari. They'll get out before Liquid comes hunting for them.
So let's see, what do Liquid see on the map? They have one deep ward down bottom. One they sadly just lost to Kaori. So, not too much. I mean, they should know that they kind of forced Navi out of the top area, at least for starters.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very close to having the max level Dagon on Tiny.
I mean, his burst really is no joke. Especially if they can get Ari Solar Bind on top before the combo comes out. We're looking at 2k plus damage.
Another support kill. As we've come to see from Liquid, you know, they're getting the supports easily. Kaori keeps dying, but I'm sure as he's telling his team, he keeps making space. Space for Yuragi.
Hope the brother can carry. I mean, I will say, these armor stacks on Saberlight are no joke. This is like 1.5 plate mails already.
Oh, and that's a good catch. So if they can finish off Copy, they can easily. Yeah. That's a bigger one there, taking out the Tiny. Lots of money for Mickey. Looking at Boom as well over towards the mid. They've got the chains.
Uh-oh.
Pretty much everybody dying, apart from Yuragi. Can Yuragi 1v9 this game as the Medusa? That is the question.
Well, he'll just have to show it to us. Because the state of the game is currently that 2 of the Liquid cores are godlike.
They're going to get the Roshan, get the Aegis hit. And with the Aegis, imagine if they want to grab it on Mickey, they can start pushing down tier 2s and maybe start hitting the high ground, see what happens. Kaori, can he make a play? Oh! He's not going to be able to... It's not low enough.
He kind of has to kill it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. He's just going to get killed himself. It was worth an effort.
All right, Saberlight, free chop for you.
Give him the dunk. There it is. And a Roshan and Aegis for Mickey. Oh. We'll see. They're going to actually get the lasso. They're going to try and put him on the cliff.
Not quite.
They're not going to get him on there. And now Boxy might just die for that. They get the grip off. But it will get put on stop there. Boom. Great rolling thunder. Goes straight for Toby. Interrupts the Fiend's grip. I mean, this is the chance for Medusa to show us what they've got here, Yuragi. They'll be able to take the Aegis out of the hands of Mickey. Saberlight's pushing back Ari. Does Yuragi want to get back involved in this fight? Dunk comes out to finish up the job. Boom's trying to push back against Nisha. Nisha's going to go for the TP out. Boom. He's dead. Mickey coming in with the punches.
Mickey hurts real bad. 350 damage. Around all them trees with the Daedalus. But they are showing some power.
We did see a little bit of the potential of the Medusa. Yep. And of course with this build-up, we're still not quite at the bit where the build gets really crazy. You know, as we saw, he went for kind of the Maelstrom, then got the Ags and the Skadi. Now he's going to look to finish the Mjolnir. Now that he's got those other items done. He's very close to it. If he can get that online and he's ready to hold the high ground, it won't be easy for Liquid to go for that high ground push.
Let's see, Boxy does have a 4-step now. He was sadly still missing out on that one in the last fight. Could have made a difference as he was trying for the cliffing.
Corey. Oh, a little early on the dunk this time, Saberlight.
So won't get quite as much, but still a bonus.
Still gets the kill.
17.5 armor being harvested. Soon gonna be the most I've seen. Oh, hello, Boxy.
Yuragi. Oh, that man's a dodge. All right, Yuragi. He's gonna have Stone Gaze again in a second.
He's low on mana.
Is he gonna get the chance to get the Stone Gaze off? He's falling low. Mickey's gonna be able to kill him. Yuragi's gone. And now they can continue to clean up for more here. Liquid once again copied a fall. Boom. Can he do anything against the four of them? Ari's trying to help out, but Nisha's jumped the back lines over towards the call. The call comes in on a Boom. Boom's gone. Ari to fall. That's everybody dead on Navi.
They're all gone. Mika made it look kind of easy. I guess Yuragi only had like, what, half mana, maybe slightly less, but he just TP'd straight on top of it.
Yeah, it was a good time to go. It was seconds before the Stone Gaze was up and available, still on cooldown. And now, with all the heroes dead, it's their chance to push up to the high ground and use this strength they've amassed to be able to get these tier 3s, get these barracks.
He's Satanic at the ready as well. How do you kill any of these cores?
Aghanim's on Nisha. Won't be able to get any more barracks though. Tier 2 still up on the side lanes. It'll just be the mid set.
Make it once more.
Smoke coming in. Let me see if they find anyone split out on the map here. Whilst they've fallen back here, Liquid. And Boxy, is he going to get caught? Copy and Corey are going to continue hunting. Boxy in a bit of an awkward position for them to actually find him successfully. And then Nisha's there as well. Yeah, they can't really make this play here, Navi.
Nisha's got a shield rune also. Not easy to get through him.
I'm going to force a BKB TP there out of Saberlight. Okay. Of course, looking towards the butterfly next.
Yeah, he is so damn strong.
12-0-16. He just don't lose on this Natus Pro.
No, I mean, there's a reason that this is just his best hero or one of his best heroes.
Corey, dead again.
Another donkey dunk.
See if he gets the dunk this time. Yes, he does. Easy dunk.
About to be at the 20 bonus armor. No problem. Sitting at 37. This is like every time he gets a dunk also, like his battle hunger becomes more and more strong. Like it's not just his survivability. Well, Mjolnir is complete.
There we go.
Maybe this is the moment.
Is this the beginning of the comeback? Can Yuragi bring Navi the comeback? He has to kind of rely on his team really to just control Nature's Prophet. You know, if Mikkei's able to right-click, and Mikkei will still tear through him, which is how farmed the Nature's Prophet is. But if they can stun him, if they can hold him down, this Medusa will kill the other heroes.
They rely on an incredible roll from Boom. He does have a Blink Dagger now, and the Shard also. Because without the lockdown, Yuragi cannot kill them.
No.
Ooh, I see another problem. This Bane Aghanim Scepter, which is coming up soon. Very annoying to deal with. Lens on top.
See what they go for here. Smoke coming in. And ready to, in preparation to be ready to protect Yuragi if he gets gone on. Yeah, Mikkei ready to destroy the base. With the right-click power that he has. The Blink Dagger's there as well for Yuragi, so we'll be able to get in a good position for the Stone Gaze.
Okay. We're swapping in and out of smoke. I mean, Liquid will force him to make a reaction because Boxy already has a base ward. Oh, this could be disastrous if they don't choose their TPs wisely to go back. Uh-oh.
Ari, he's got the force. It's a bit of a bait. They get the avalanche and the burst over towards him. They make it work out. They kill Boxy. They were ready for that one.
Nice play with the instant force. Seems like Liquid don't care. Roll for a Bad Rider.
Saberlight. Pulling out cool onto Boom, but they're being a bit careful now, Liquid, that they've got one of their heroes out of the game. The smoke's going to come out for Navi. They want to try and force something whilst they have the numbers. Can they get a big grab here? They could try and move towards Mickey. It's a bit far, though.
Especially under this observer.
Which way do they want to go? Looks like they want to... They're deciding. They're starting to now edge over towards that direction. This would be a huge catch if they can find him. Mickey, where's he going to head? He makes the smart move here. Oh, is he? Oh, he's walking back down. They get the avalanche. Mass TP's coming in. The BKB's out from Mickey, though, and Corey's caught in the sprout. The Stone Gaze will come out in position, but Copy's caught by the Fiend's grip. Copy will fall. Navi, they have to run. Liquid immediate with the reaction there as Mickey gets the triple kill. I mean, you can see the temptation from Navi. It's like, we see Mickey alone. We've got to try something, but Liquid, of course, very ready for that to happen.
Without the roll, it might just be an impossible kill. Mickey just stands his ground, kills everyone. That's a 30k lead. Boom will still be dead for a while.
I'll see again. You know, it's just at this spot close to tier 2.
It's
the TP's,
really hard.
bam, straight away. Everybody TPing over to back Mickey up. And the thing is, for the most part, Mickey kind of didn't need it. Back in the real game, they get the lasso dragged back on towards the Medusa. Outside of the base, can they get it back to the high ground? They cannot. As Yuragi's dead. Does have buyback goal, at the least. But the damage coming in now to the base. Liquid bringing in the bottom lane. Tier 3's going on to the barracks. As Mickey leading the way in the damage, tearing through the buildings. Coming in now with the buyback copy. I get the toss back. Mickey would be a huge kill if they can find it. Yuragi's bringing in the damage, but Mickey's getting forced back to safety. The roll comes in, they've killed him off. Mickey's streak ends, Yuragi gets the payout. And they're ready to try for more here. The BKB TP up being attempted by Saberlight will succeed, but Toby gets caught off to the side. They had to use the 2 buybacks there. Navi, Yuragi, and Copy, so the big ones. But they keep the game alive.
And let's see what they can get out of this. Maybe another snowball, try for another kill somewhere on the map. You did hold, but it costs you a lot.
They might be able to get the Roche. So they could either try and pressure tier 2s and a buyback or go for the Roshan. What are you doing? What's the plan? Which one?
I like the Roche. Let's see what they want to go for. The thing is, I mean, Liquid are strong enough that they can stay around. You can always buyback Mickey.
Sure.
And just TP into the fight.
Do you think they're considering that? Or they don't need to?
I think why not? Like, I'm sure that Saberlight and Nisha feel pretty strong. Okay.
The route onto Nisha. They're going to have follow-up control. Nisha, he's dead.
Wait, Boom is dead to Saberlight.
Oh. Well, a 1-for-1. I mean, one that, again, Navi in their position, they'll take. They're like, it was a shame that Boom died, but we just killed Nisha.
I mean, Saberlight still has a BKB because of his refresher.
Sure. So he should be fine. Somebody get the BKB off into the team, but the Stone Gaze is there! Saberlight's in trouble now. They're coming in with the chase. Toss forward into another avalanche. That's another kill for Navi. Saberlight now dead for 100. Navi. I don't know if they're doing it, but they're certainly doing something.
They are.
They're doing something here.
A little comeback. So a couple of kills, defending your base, getting the Aegis. Yeah, look at this.
Look at this.
90%.
As I say, you've always got to be careful against these Medusa lineups. Oh, Boxy, he's going to try!
Wow.
He's going to try, but he's not going to be able to get anything from it. Doesn't get the kill of the Aegis, but he does get to live. So worth a shot there. Doesn't work out for Boxy. Doesn't get the steal.
I respect it.
Let's see what Yuragi wants to get as his next time. Do you think this is necessary? He's just got the BKB queued up. Do you think you need that to play the fights?
Maybe. Like, I mean, I wouldn't mind a Divine Rapier at some point.
I was thinking that. Like, is it not Rapier territory?
I feel like it kind of is. Because, sure, a BKB, like... I feel like defensiveness isn't going to win you the game. You need to, like, have a good fight where your Pango Tiny gets some stuff going, some stuns, and you just get to dish out
you blink and clean up. Do you understand, guys? I think he's still going to consider it. For now, he's switching back to the Shard, of course. Very valuable.
Yeah.
You know, could stop you from being held in position from a stray, like, Fiend's Grip coming in, or... very good against these single target spells. So he might just buy that one up first and then consider where he wants to go. But yeah, 4 minutes with this Aegis. You know, Navi, what are you doing with this 4 minutes? Are you going to try and get something back from Liquid, or is this sort of a farming 4 minutes to try and catch it back up as a team?
I guess so step one would be to take the map back, which they're kind of doing. And then, I mean, sure, if you can walk down a lane, get a tier 2, maybe force them into a fight where you feel good about it, that's what you do.
So, of course, this relatively shaky 4 minutes. I guess less so because they do have the Aegis on the Medusa, but obviously where both Yuragi and Copy do not have buybacks available. Liquid, though, as we can see, they're spending up. You know, it's not like Liquid have buybacks. And nobody right now having buybacks available.
It's true. Nisha is closing in on his own Octarine core for later. Copy is getting quite strong.
He is. He's going to be having that refresher roll pretty soon. And then once you throw that into the mix between the Avalanche's tosses and the 2 rounds of Dagons, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's got all his own magic damage, the Solar Bind amplification, neutral item giving him spell amplification and cast range also.
Because they will 100 to 0 targets. I mean, this is not a game, right, where, you know, you look at Liquid, nobody has like a pipe or a glimmer.
Yep.
It's not easy to save someone if they're getting jumped by this immense amount of magical burst. Because their best effort really is sort of a defensive nightmare to sort of just break up the combo and mess with the play.
Ooh, Saberlight got himself some more AoE. And more debuff and spell amp also. So yeah, I mean, Saberlight is a very scary hero.
Yeah.
This axe is my lord.
It feels like he kind of has to get the Medusa, because if he doesn't get the Medusa right, it's going to give Yuragi the chance to blink in another position, get the Stone Gaze off, and then start to clean up the fight potentially.
I feel like he needs like a double call or the Medusa ideally.
Look at this smoke though.
Okay, Yuragi.
Yuragi might get found. They get the call on a Yuragi. So what the follow-up's going to be the grip as well. Is there anyone to put a stop to this? Yuragi in trouble at the same time. They're going to jump on the back lines. Kaori dies during the song. His mana falling very low here on the Medusa. He's got to start backing off. Of course, does have the Aegis if they kill him off the once.
They're just kiting the Medusa.
Yuragi, indeed, just slowly being dealt with by Liquid. That's the once. But can they actually take him down a second time? Looks like they can't. They're starting to pull back a bit. Mickey, he wants to stick around, but Yuragi's in with the Stone Gaze. Mickey turns with the BKB, looks towards Copy, but Yuragi's able to get in position with the Stone Gaze, jumping from Saberlight, trying to bail Mickey out of this. They've got the cool control onto Yuragi. Mickey's trying to stand his ground against the Medusa. Can he win the fight against Yuragi? I don't think he can. Mickey, he's losing this fight. Yuragi, the call comes in. It doesn't matter. Yuragi's cleaned it up. Triple kill for the Medusa. Mickey comes in with a buyback. He needs Yuragi dead, and he will get it. And with Yuragi gone off the back of that buyback, this should be the chance for Liquid to push on and probably get the game 2 minutes without the Medusa.
Damn, what a fight. I mean, first of all, I love how Liquid overall took the fight where they just chose to ignore Yuragi, but my God, he did so much even towards the end.
Yeah, you saw the potential of the Medusa, but it wasn't enough to turn this one around. Liquid ready to close this up as they'll get the grab on a Boom. Boom's gone. They're on to the tier 4s. This game's over. GG's called. We're going to a game 3, Kezu.
Man, nice hold from Navi overall. I mean, even though they were down so far the whole game, just holding on nicely, understanding the power of their Medusa. But yeah, Liquid with a more faster lineup.
Thank you very much. It's game 3 time here, ladies and gentlemen, between Team Liquid and Navi. And there it is. Anisha coming in with that last pick. Ricky looks pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm really liking this Ricky. I mean, they already talked about it, but it has a good lane. And the Shard is like, they literally picked this Venge and at least Marcy to some extent to like go against the Axe, give themselves a good combo. Well, you're not going to have any of that anymore once the Ricky Shard comes out later. So yeah, big fan.
Let's see how it goes. We've had a pretty crazy series so far. Navi coming in hot in that game 1, and then that game 2, Liquid controlling pretty much the entirety of it. Navi not able to make the comeback happen. Let's see what goes down here. But obviously Navi getting some strong stuff. They get the chance to play with the TA, something that a lot of teams don't really get the chance to do so in this patch. Banned out an awful amount. But Yuragi, we'll see what he can do with it actually getting through and getting into his hands this time.
Let's see about the runes. Like a 3-for-1 split.
Yeah, they're going to get the 3 of them this time to start. So Liquid getting that bit of a bonus.
I mean, I want to see. To me, the Venge offlane is like still a bit of a a wild card. I've seen it do really well, but the hero does have its downsides, and it can be kind of slow until you like get towards its Ags and stuff. So lanes, as always, very, very important. But I think Saberlight might just have another great game on the Ags this time around.
Yeah, even in that first game that they did lose, did have a very good start, at the least, on his timings. And yeah, obviously after that game too, he's going to be feeling fantastic with how much he was able to do there. And so this bottom lane, you know, so this sort of Venge, Marcy, they pose kind of kill potential, or you know, what are you sort of expecting,
I mean,
at least out of these two against the Jara?
No, they're pretty strong lane because you have lots of physical, of course. Like you can also bring in your Venge. You have so many spells to play with once you're both level 2. But I would say that Gyro is pretty good against this lane. He just harasses both of you with the flag. You can't really run him down because he gets move speed. So I would expect a lot of pressure down in the bottom lane. Well, apparently the same thing up top. Yuragi is just taking a beating.
He's taking a lot of damage.
You good?
He dead.
He dead.
Oh.
Well, good old first blood for Team Liquid.
Well, an easy one there. Corey's got to be careful as well. If the power shot comes in, it's level 1, probably not.
He's good. He would have to get whacked a few times by Saberlight. Saberlight has to be careful not killing Boxy. He's going to be okay. We've got the Urn Rush again from Saberlight. I really like it. Like this Battle Hunger Urn combo is so strong.
Yeah, especially when you got this kill shot Wind Ranger by your side. That's going to be very annoying for Navi.
Because they did touch on it. They did like talk about the Warlock on the panel. Warlock is good in the game against Axe. Like you make it really hard for him to jump. The counter play is like really strong, but the laning stage, Axe doesn't really care about Warlock at all. You can creep skip. He doesn't do anything if you run up. Yeah, an early buckler. Kind of interesting. So they're just stacking up on the armor. Like, it's not just good against a TA. It means that Saberlight's Battle Hunger also deals more damage. So, kind of cool, actually, by Boxy.
Level 3 coming in very soon. And that's when this lane's going to get so tough for Navi. So far, though, Yuragi 13 for 3 against the 9 and 3. Still able to find farm. Seeing in terms of the lanes, the biggest difference being all top. Yep. I'll do it though. Boxy able to push for the kill.
And he's literally dressed like a sniper. No wonder this guy can pull off a Wind Ranger pretty well. Because so far, this is looking clean.
No, it really is. And it's just not going to get any easier, this top lane, I don't think, for Navi. Liquid will start to get some serious momentum here with this offlane duo. And yeah, the other lane's mid. So looking pretty beautiful for Nisha. 21 and 5 against the 12 and 0.
Yeah, he's doing like really well.
Yeah.
Looking down bottom. Lots of damage.
So if they've got enough to bring Mickey down, they have. They'll be able to get the kill. Nicely done. So if they can go for another, not quite. Toby's going to be fine.
Oh, really? I guess they just hit level 3, like straight up, because they dealt so much damage. With the 1-1-1 build on Ahri and the level 2 Wave of Terror. Yeah, I'm not sure Mickey expected that damage coming out.
Yeah, not an easy lane now for Copy. Very easy for Nisha to get these CS and denies. See down bottom. Corey has headed over. They want to try and make another move. They're going on towards Toby. Mickey's going to fight back. That power shot coming through the two of them there, Boxy. Now, Corey might have made the move down here, but Boxy did as well, and Boxy able to do a whole lot more. Hasn't quite got mana for another power shot. That's not going to be necessary. Mickey with the rocket barrages just chases Corey down. They kill off all 3 of them.
Ooh, that's a big deal, because the problem is, like, sure, in the meantime, top, you're Axe laning against, like, what, a TA, at least. So Ahri is coming over, so he's posing some threat.
Let's see if they can do anything about Saberlight. Or tries to juke out the jump, won't succeed. So Saberlight does at least get punished once he's left on his own.
Yeah, good counterplay by Ahri on the Marcy. Gonna have to look to gate down bottom, so in the meantime, Boom has to be very careful.
So they go to next, Navi.
Oh, they're waiting for Mr. Boxy.
Oh, they will find him coming through, but the wind runs up. At the stun, and that will allow them to kill him. So Navi getting some opportunities here with Ari teaming up with Yuragi. It's enough to get that Boxy kill, as well as obviously that previous one on Saberlight.
Very good early moves here. We'll say both the post fours kind of owning in a way. Ari with the early bottom kills, then going up top. Boxy, same story.
Okay, being cautious. Knows how much damage these two can kick out. If caught over in the mid, Copy. Be able to jump away. Nisha's going to try and chase on forward. Ooh. Not going to quite be able to snipe him, and will manage to grab that arcane rune. So Copy's going to be fine. Meanwhile, down on the bottom, Mickey able to push forward with the help of Toby, take down Ari, and maybe even threaten Boom as well, the two of them. It's Boom's trying with the jukes.
Naga's pretty fast.
That's Boom. He can only hold back one of them with a magic missile, and Toby's in with the body blocks. Boom's going to be going down. So after that initial sort of go where they did get that kill on this bottom lane, Navi, they're now starting to lose quite a bit.
Liquid looking for a little play top. Well, Navi are too.
But Ari's there.
It's a kill.
Ari continuing to do a hell of a lot here for Navi in this early game.
The saving grace. Yeah, down bottom, they need to be careful. Like, sure, you got the Mickey early, but that's before he had a Falcon Blade and, like...
And look at it, they could just go 7 minutes for the Wisdom Rune.
Oh, yeah? Okay, Matt's TPs.
Boom. He's gonna have a missile heading his way. Copy's gonna try and fight them back. The Dream calls in onto the two of them. A Boom will fall. Mickey will die for this, though. With the presence of Copy and Kaori, they're able to ensure that they do keep this Shrine of Wisdom under their own control. And Toby doesn't really have any way out of this one, so Copy will be able to get another.
Good kind of play there by Copy, much needed. Toby nearly had the entire shrine already fully channeled.
Things definitely getting a bit messier for Yuragi.
Well, the thing is, they don't have any TPs, so if Liquid want to look for a dive, they surely can.
Does have one charge, is Yuragi. It's going to be kept low. Yeah, without any further backup, they won't be able to push Yuragi, push Saberlight out that lane. Bottom lane, Nisha. Seeing if we can eye up any opportunities, but not being given to him at the moment. Mickey's going to pull the wave back. Hold it in a good spot. Nisha at least having eyes on Ari, seeing what sort of movements are coming in from the Marcy. And now we'll look to try and go in maybe with the help here of Toby. They've got the grab.
Good silence.
Ari looking to jump the two of them away. And the golems at the ready. They drop it straight down here on towards Toby. Nisha's going to try and push forward to get the kill. They will get it. Oh. Can Nisha get out? The Dream Call comes in. He cannot. Copy again. Able to make sure that there is that chance for Na'Vi to get these kills in return. It's a good Dream Coil.
Well, that's a great trade for Na'Vi once more. Because you want this Ricky at least to be slightly snowballing off of the Smith matchup. Now, he didn't get the 6-minute rune. He dies here. He's now lower net worth than Copy.
That's the, especially when you consider sort of the CS situation earlier on. And Copy coming back in it again. Top, Saberlight might just be dead. Making these plays time and time again. I mean, again, Ari, he is everywhere.
Yeah.
He is everywhere. It's 3 times now that Saberlight's died top. Back in the mid. They will catch the Warlock, but they lose Toby for it. Again, you know, Copy every single time making sure that they do not go empty-handed in Navi. Now Ari's turned up. He's in with the jump. Ari once again.
No, he is everywhere.
He really is.
Marcy is his best hero, and he is showing why.
Nisha's got to be a bit cautious. The silence is there. Tricky to get the follow-up, though. Doesn't quite last long enough for them to go for that jump.
And he is level 6 now on the Marcy already. I think that Saberlight really has to be careful. He cannot allow himself to die top again.
No, this is a lot of deaths. 3 deaths is quite a bit. 9 minutes in, right? Yeah. It's going to slow your game down a lot as the Axe.
I like that Na'Vi are looking for this mid control. Like, they're just being very persistent here with the supports, having the sentries down. 10-minute rune spawning. They're bringing Mickey on Liquid.
So again, they get the power shine onto the two of them. Silence as well. They caught Copy. Anyway, for Copy to live. The swap's there. Comes in clutch. Gets Copy out of the side. Copy will live.
Oh. Boxy is looking.
See if Navi can push for more. I mean, they get the kills. I mean, Mickey's going to be able to live by that. Coming in clutch. The swaps there. They turn, they kill Nisha, they kill Toby. And Ari tipping back towards Boom, the two of them, making some nice moves. They can set up for the tower to be taken down in the mid lane. Na'Vi, it's close at the moment, but overall the outplays, there's more coming from Na'Vi in this early game.
They're on point. Like, Boom had a really tough early laning stage. He shows up at the right time, gets the swap off. Boxy down bottom, Boom. Well, he saved his teammate, couldn't quite save himself. But still, Nisha's net worth it's struggling.
Yeah.
And he lost his mid-tier 1 also.
And because it was just so close to getting that kill.
Yeah. It was like 15 HP.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top
Liquid will be able to get the push together down bottom.
are
For the tier 1, doesn't seem like... I mean, well, Na'Vi, they do have the golem at the ready if they want to try and put together a defense.
Looks like they will trade for top first, but they are
TPs
still
are coming in, yeah, they have golem. Ari's in with the jump, they set up, the song's gonna be there. Will allow the chance for Mickey to back up, but Toby, he does not have his TP available, still on cooldown. So he'll have to just try and walk off himself. So if they can chase this, Power Shot will slow them down momentarily. It's going to be enough that Toby can get away, pops the smoke as well to keep the distance. So they won't quite get the tower, but they do make sure that nobody dies. Yuragi maybe even thinking about joining them.
I think they're both waiting for each other.
Yeah, who's going to go through?
Well, he's got the traps available, so he knows.
In the mid, they get the coil set up on Anisha.
No way.
Jumping with the punch, it's enough to take Nisha down. His game continues to get slowed down here by Na'Vi.
Amplify damage into an instant smoke.
are scanning.
Let's see what they can get here.
Tower is under attack.
They're close to the action. It's pretty deep though.
I mean, Liquid did see the smoke off of their mid-river ward, so they are aware. But even without the smoke working, Navi get off a very nice ward.
And Na'Vi more than happy to sweep the map looking for kills. Blade Mail's now online for Saberlight, so we'll get a little trickier to take down the Axe. Nisha's got his eyes on mid, but has to be cautious. Dreamcore's going to be back up in about 15 seconds, and once that's there between Copy and Ari, they can pretty much kill anyone.
This is a very scary TA. Like, Yuragi has Dragonlance and nearly a full Desolator. Doesn't matter if you have Blade Mail or whatever, you are going to die in a stun.
Yeah. Well, the Liquid definitely took a risk letting that hero get through here. I'll drop the golem just for the tower.
Okay.
Over in the mid, the coil's there.
Wait.
Nisha, he's dead. The Shadow Word will do it.
Actually died.
They're both having a bit of tough time, right? Both Nisha and Saberlight, their games are getting slowed down quite a bit, Kezu.
I mean, what I like a lot from now, I feel like there's no second guessing. Kiori walks bot, just straight up drops the golem on the tower and TP's mid on the coil. The golem might be AFK, but he gets mid, fatal bonds, heal, and it's enough to kill Nisha. It just looks so nice.
And there's the Deso timing, as you said. Super early for Yuragi.
Lead, 14 minutes in. And Navi have a lot of moves still. You can always have, Ari smoked up with the TA, Ari with Copy on the puck. You have swap coil combo break also.
I need that diffusal blade online for Nisha. And it's not going to be the fastest. Yeah, Yuragi very much getting out of control. We'll see how Mickey can keep up in the farm. Does have his sort of base items done with the Falcons into the Chrysalis, looking for the Aghanim's next. Boom. About halfway into his own Aghanims for the Venge. And Liquid have to be very careful. They can't afford to lose any of their cores again. Look at the chance to get the jump onto Corey. Ari not able to save him. Ari wants to try and head in. Maybe punish Nisha. Nisha's able to get out with the jump. No potential grab that time round.
Okay, nice little pickup for Liquid. This kill matters to me a little bit more because if I just look at Liquid, I feel like there's not much for them to gain on the map right now. You have no blink, you don't have any clear initiation, so injecting any type of gold or kill into them is actually a big deal because they're unable to get it on their own.
Careful, man.
Diffusal is now complete on Nisha. And Blink is coming out on Boxy, so Liquid are getting some little power spikes and a mech on Boxy.
All right.
Not bad, not bad.
Now, bottom lane, though, mid-K. He's going to get jumped here whilst there's no one round to help him. Liquid heading over, but do they still want to try something? I think just going to have the golem dropped onto Nisha. Corey not messing around. He sees that Ricky. They got the trap slow as well on towards him. Have to use the song.
Okay.
I think they're going to just have to use this to back out. Indeed, they're just having to leave this area. There's no fight to be had here. So they don't lose anyone. And that is the golem down. But as we're seeing, Corey, he don't care. He's ready to really drop this golem. He sees something, he'll drop the golem.
Yeah. I see you.
No holding back from him.
Okay, Nisha down in the mid.
Ari. He's not going to get out of this one. Copy will have to jump out, and he's keeping Nisha low. He could get back in and finish off the job. So whilst Ari might have died this time, he did not die in vain. They get the trade. Slowing down Nisha once again. Mickey has found Uragi off to the side, though.
Melt.
Boom. Up. He's in with the swap and the call. Sableye will get the grab onto the two, and then they're moving in with the flank. The dunk's there. The double dunk from Sableye. It's a swap with good intentions, but a swap gone wrong. As it's 4 dead now on NAVI. Just awkward way there for what sort of Uragi to get caught at the start. As you know, Boom tries his best to save him, but there wasn't any saving anyone there with Sableye ready with that call.
Wow, that was huge for Liquid. They needed that.
That's a massive fight.
NAVI have been fully dominating. I mean, even this fight before the two-man call, it looks very good for NAVI.
Yeah, we'll catch it again here. How it all went down. I mean, at this point, you know, Navi, especially Copy, he knows that he's going to get the chance to get in and finish off Nisha despite losing Ari. So getting the job done at this, and at the same time, you can see sort of Uragi beginning to swing over from the bottom lane.
Yeah, getting intercepted by the Gyro and the Naga.
Yeah, they're completely on top of his movement. And yeah, Boom tries with the swap, but bam. Sableye, really nice he's ready. Yeah, absolutely ready to catch that Uragi TA after he's been swapped out. And back in action, another dunk. Sableye starting to get the ball rolling. After a bit of a slow start, he's really starting to pick it up now.
This is really big momentum. Not just these kills, but injecting all of this XP into yourselves. The dunks on the Axe, more armor against the TA, against the Venge. I mean, Navi still happy. 6-0 on the copy puck. High net worth, same with Uragi. I believe that Roche should be on the menu for Navi soon. You have the Wave of Terror, you've got the Desolator.
There's the smoke. Liquid ready to go and get Mickey involved as well. Sort of baiting at the moment with Nisha. We'll see if Navi kind of take the bite. As Nisha's going to poke around near the tier 1 tower. Navi are starting to head over. Will they fall for Liquid's trap?
Uh-oh, there's no swap
Eyes
around.
on Uragi. The Sableye want to go for this, he does not. Back away for now, so unlikely to get the jump, but they will at least be able to find this tier 1 top with the pressure. Navi avoiding the fight for now, at least until Uragi's got his next item done.
Well, the map will have to switch soon, unless there's a fight.
Ari's got eyes on Sableye. They're going to try and get the jump. They get the silencing on towards him. Shackle's there, though, onto Corey. Into the call. Locking down the Warlock, not giving him a chance to get the Golem off. Maybe he still can. He can in his finals moments. He'll be able to drop the Golem. The song comes out, but Sableye will not be saved. The song is enough to get Nisha the space to escape, and will allow Toby to also TP himself the power shot. Not enough to kill off Copy. I mean, we saw that, yeah, getting the chance to maybe even get more Ari.
Not a trap.
Yep, they're going to be able to set up the trap, so he's going to go for the TP out, but the physical damage is done. Na'Vi able to clean that up nicely, and he gets the golem off. They were trying to do everything to stop it. The shackles into the call, but gets the chance to get the Pavisa out on himself. And able to live that long enough to just get the golem out towards the end, help out in contributing to take that axe down. And now helping out with looking towards the Tormentor. Back over the mid, Nisha nearly taking out the damage of Copy.
Some very good stuff. Tormentor did go down in the meantime. I mean, Roshan has to be up soon, like really on the menu for both. And yeah, Shard for the Marcy.
I mean, can they just walk in and take it, start going for it with the
They're
TF?
spam pinging Mickey right now. He's under a trap.
Ari with the control.
And the stun.
And Copy ready to bring in the damage. Dreamcall's going to catch both of them. Gets on a Saberlight, the swap back. Not quite able to get the snap back on the Dreamcall, but it doesn't matter. They've got the damage to kill him out anyway. Quick moves from Na'Vi. Just goes to show, you know, Liquid, they cannot relax at all this game. They got to stay completely focused because it's sort of these moments that they get hit the hardest.
Oh,
Mickey and Saberlight caught like that on the bottom lane. They can't afford to have those sort of losses.
Absolutely not, and this is going to cost them Roche also. Went from like 2,000 to 8K real quick.
Yeah, big moments here once again for Na'Vi. Iragi really is just that far ahead this game, both on levels and farm.
He's huge.
And the struggles continue for Nisha. He's starting to fall behind the supports now. Ari's taking over ahead of his farm. Didn't have an easy one. Had a decent lane as we saw, but they caught Nisha quite a few times. This game only 3-5-2 on the Riki. They needed the Riki to be ahead. But the call on a boom. Bit of an awkward one as they're able to easily take him out. Copy's actually with an aggressive Dream Call under the tier 2. Probably not going to be able to do too much with that. Saberlight maybe thinking about if he can go back in on this. It is hard though. Golem's at the ready here for Corey. They're going to smoke up Na'Vi. They feel so strong right now around this Aegis of Uragi. They absolutely will take a team fight. Are Liquid going to walk into it? The swap's there. Saberlight steps up. Immediately they focus the axe. They'll be able to kill him off. The song comes in. It won't save Saberlight.
No, go back.
They got the golem.
Uh-oh.
You want to TP out? Corey's not going to let you. The golem comes in from the edge of the song, stops Toby's TP. Na'Vi continuing here to start really styling on Liquid, and they're ready to start poking at the high ground with this Aegis and the golem out. Onto the tier 3. 2 heroes dead on Liquid. They've got to pop the fortification.
I don't think there's an answer to this. Who's going to stop this TA? He's got Aegis, he's got Venge, Solar Crest, and a Marcy to buff him up.
Na'Vi, they're going to get the full set of barracks by looks of it. Maybe they'll back off from the range. They got the important one. Ooh, Shackle doesn't actually get the connection there on towards Uragi, so Uragi gets away with this. But yeah, there we have it. 23 minutes in, the full set of barracks taken by Na'Vi. Saberlight is trying for Kaori, but Kaori's got friends. Boom and Ari are here. The swap's there to keep Kaori safe. And Saberlight boxing there. They'll still be able to chase down Kaori. I know there's a Ghost Scepter. And Ari's ready to try and get him out of the side. The call will catch on to Ari. Kaori and Ari should die for this. They try their best to save one another, but in the end of the day, it just ends up giving the double to Saberlight. So unfortunate circumstances there for the supports of Na'Vi.
Okay, another big double for Liquid. Much needed. And what is it that Liquid are looking for? So they're getting their BKB on Mickey. They're closing in on Nisha's BKB also. Because Na'Vi might come knocking at your door once more. 2 minutes left on this Aegis. Vlad's complete on the Venge.
I think so. BKB's now done on Mickey, so he's going to feel a bit more prepared to get into the center of the team fight, get the damage out with the flak. And Na'Vi, once they've got the 5 of them up, definitely likely to try and make use of this Aegis once more before it expires. Here we go, coming over towards the outpost. They've got the creep wave moving in on the top. They can look to eye up some more tier 2s. What's the plan here from Liquid? Not an easy position for Liquid right now. Nisha nearly has his Aghanims.
Okay, swapped his mind. I appreciate it. I think it's also correct. Going for the Ags over the BKB.
Talking about BKBs, of course, Yuragi's going to have his BKB ready to cover the expired Aegis in a minute. So he'll still feel pretty untouchable. Trying to be careful with that courier to get that last piece of the action. They're going to just, again, drop the Golem for the push. I like it. At the same time, down bottom, Saberlight, he's been caught by Copy and Ari. He's not going to be here for the defense. Nisha's trying to step in. He's going to look to go towards Boom. Boxy heading in with the Wim Run. They've got to be cautious here. Nisha's got to start backing away. He does get caught by the silence. But the Golem holding the wave in. Tier 3 pretty much gone. Shaka will connect, but Liquid, there's no way of them getting outside the base. I mean, they don't have their axe. As Na'Vi.
They cannot attack this TA.
15 seconds left on the Aegis. Another Shackle connects in. But these racks are going to force out the fortification.
Aegis for 10.
10 seconds until Axe is back in. That's the range racks. And it's going to be the melee as well. So again, getting such early barracks here, considering the close state of the game before these kind of events went down. Na'Vi now 2 sets up, 13k lead. Liquid definitely a bit shaken.
Okay, they're all stuck in their base and in the mid lane. It's really hard to get in here.
I've got eyes on Yuragi. Do they want to try? It's just like this going to be the save for him.
They have a great observer and it's still hard for them to go.
Yeah, they know they can't try for it. Have to let Na'Vi be for now. Still a game where Liquid have only been able to take the one tier 1 tower. Whilst they themselves have 2 sets of barracks down. Here against Na'Vi. And you can see, Kaori with these chaotic offering golems just dropped to push. It's working out fantastically. The damage done between him
Nearly
and
6,000
the TA. Yeah. The very sort of proactive plays here from Kaori with the golems. And it's absolutely worked. It's going to have up again pretty soon. 20 seconds.
This puck also. Octarine core.
Yep.
Parasma about to be completed. Level 20.
It's really felt that for the majority of the game, this last pick, Ricky, it's been kind of a non-issue.
They just had his number so far all game long.
Yeah. Mainly sort of be between Copy and Ari.
Absolutely.
With those mid-game kills they got against Nisha.
Ari and Demarcy even completed the BKB. Nisha is close to the shard. Maybe that's one of the things they're trying to wait for. It could allow them to all in one target with the axe call, drop the smoke cloud, make sure that this target dies.
It could make the difference. As we have seen, the swaps have been very important from Boom. So if he can't get the freedom to do so, might mean that Liquid have a chance to turn a team fight. Toby caught out at the base though.
That's a quick one.
Liquid trying to step out. Saberlight considering if he wants to jump this. He'll get the call on the 2 of them. He'll get the grab. The golem's going to be dropped. They'll kill off Boom the once, but he's ready to fight here, of course, with round 2. And Yuragi pushes him with the BKB. They're caught. Mickey. Mickey's going to put the BKB. He'll get it off just in time. The song comes in. Will be enough to save him. Nisha pushes forward to kill off Ari. Can they look for more? They've got the route on towards Yuragi. Shackle will launch him over towards the golem. And they will manage to dunk him. Get him killed off, but Copy's doing so much damage to the backlines. Is caught, though, in the smoke screen. He's able to get the phase shift off as he jumps out to the side. He'll get off and look towards killing off Boxy. Boxy, but high ground missed there, I think, actually getting away. Turns for the power shot into Copy. Will find, or maybe not, Boom still got another swap good to go. So he's going to swap himself in aggressively. Saberlight and Nisha were trying to kill Kaori. They're not going to get him. And it might have just cost them both their lives. Saberlight's going to get chased down by Copy. They will kill Kaori at the end of this Liquid. But Nisha has to run. And finding little bits of something, but it's just not enough really for Liquid to take away this lead that Navi have. And Navi, they're not done yet. Copy standing his ground against Nisha. He'll get the kill. Ari jumps in.
You just did that.
This game is great. There's so many people like popping off individually, left, right, and center. This copy puck, he used so many spells throughout this fight. Like even Yuragi ended up being in a tier 2 kind of dying, but the supports plus the puck, just endless fighting.
Yeah, he's looking absolutely untouchable now at this point. And yeah, the fact that his net worth's up their level with Yuragi, he's had such sort of free farm on the TA, just goes to show how much he's been doing, Copy.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And Liquid, what do you do? They couldn't quite save Mickey at the start of that last fight, despite their best efforts. They find little opportunities to get some kills here and there as the fight goes on, but still not able to come out ahead of Na'Vi in these trades.
They need Mickey's damage to follow up on these axe calls. I think in the last fight, Ari just had his number. Pretty sure he disposed him back in before he was even ready, even though Sableye had a great call.
Sableye looking for another one. See who he can find. He's going to be able to get the setup on towards Yuragi, but look at that. Ari says, we're going in on this. Drags him, jumps him straight forward. The song comes out. Ari on the retreat. Will get caught by the roots, so Ari will die for this. Now that Liquid's BKBs have come to an end, though, can they get out? Mickey just gets destroyed by Yuragi. Toby likely to fall as well as Yuragi pushes forward. The aggressive swat to bring Boxy back into the action. Will set up for Boxy to be in a world of pain. He's going to try for the TP out. Will make it out himself, but it's 3 dead again on Liquid. Na'Vi more than ready to push here with the Golem coming down the mid lane. No buyback available on Mickey. Sableye will come in with his buyback. But Nisha and Mickey gonna have to wait out the respawn timers. As the tier 3's gone. Sableye, can he find a call? Last few times he's tried his best, but they just have ways to deal with it.
They have to do this without their carry.
Yeah,
that's Megas.
There's going to be the swap again. Boom's going to get the catch on towards him. Sableye dies immediately to the damage of the side blades of Yuragi. He's gone. Na'Vi here in this game 3. Very much doing it as they're onto the tier 4s. And Mickey's going to be back in 10. He's just going to be able to get the silence on towards Copy, but they don't have enough control to keep him in the cloud. He gets out. As the Ancients expose, Na'Vi looking to close this up. Liquid, there's nothing left for them to do. A killing spree for Yuragi. The Ancient slowly but surely falling as this game, this series, it's Na'Vi's here today. 2-1 against Liquid.
Wow, they really showed up. I have to say that this was a